1, 8, 7, 5. Okay, here we go. How many? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome. I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and tonight I am joined by a gaggle of good YouTube friends for another roundtable. Thank you for joining us. If you've never heard of me before, you obviously have, because you found me at least one time. I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and you can find me right here on Bert the Stormtrooper on YouTube. And now I'm going to pass it over to my good friend Anthony from H&E Games over here to my left, who is going to take the reins and let you know what's going on tonight.
Okay. There's a small echo somewhere. Okay, there we go. My name is Anthony Hasselage for H&E Games. I will be moderating or curating comments today. If you would like to submit a question, please tag me at H&E Games in the chat so I can see it, and then I will add you to the question list here. So, just a little bit about me. You can find me on Hasselage.net, online at haslage.net. Also, you can find H&E Games on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. And now I'm going to go through everybody else here. So, starting with TF fan page, go ahead and tell everybody how they can find you.
I have a weapon.
Already.
So you have to go visit his page because he has a weapon.
I'm Chief Page 101. That is the YouTube channel. I also have Ultimate Doom. I didn't just wake up like 5 minutes ago.
Look at your hair.
Awesome. Patriot Prime, please tell people how to find you.
Give me your channel.
Well, hello there. I'm Patriot Prime. I'm a reviewer of Transformers and a decaler of toy hexes. You can find me at Patriot Prime Reviews here on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I no longer twit.
Quick question. Where can people find toyhex.com toy hex items?
The same place to get those $25 gift certificates.
Yeah, but do you have a coupon?
Soundwave, go ahead.
You can find me on YouTube, Soundwave8084, Instagram, Soundwave_884_reviews, and on Facebook and Twitter at Soundwave884, but I rarely use Twitter and Facebook.
Danny.
Yeah, on YouTube, Danny Dolphin, like it's spelled here, D-A-N-N-I, Dolphin, and on Instagram, OMG Danny Dolphin, same spelling, and yeah, that's where I find most of my Transformers and the friendliest content I have on the internet.
Look at those trans.
Yeah, look at those trans.
Okay, so the rules are basic here. We're gonna try for 90 minutes. We typically run longer. I have a number of topics we're going to discuss. Of course, I'll integrate any questions that relate to specific topics that anybody submits. Again, at H&E Games, so I can see them. There will be priority given to any super chat. So if you want to give some of your money to Bert, he's gladly going to accept it.
Yeah, he was only, $7 away from getting paid by YouTube this month?
Yeah, I missed it by $7.
Okay. So after the 90 minutes, we'll start wrapping up, probably switching to a more general Q&A format. So, but just a reminder, today's topic is about collections and collection rooms. So that will be kind of where our focus will be for the first 90 minutes. You can also check out, if you don't want to deal with the chat and stuff, you can also check out H&E Games for the simulcast on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Haha, words. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start with the first question. We're going to start with Bert. How big is the space you have to work with?
So I've recently, as of a year ago, upgraded quite considerably. We bought a new house, which has given me a lot more room to work with. This room is considerably bigger and actually taller, more headspace than the room I was working with before. But not only that, but because of the layout of the house, I was able to separate my collections and actually make room for more stuff to be on display. So previously, my collection room was, I'd say, maybe 3 3/4 of the size of this room, and it also contained all of my video games. So a big chunk, basically a third of the room, was a TV and all my consoles and cartridges and all of that stuff. So now that's all in the loft. The loft is set up as a game room, couch, 2 TVs, all the consoles are out there. And then this is solely just toys and props and stuff like that. So I've been able to put out a lot more stuff. A lot of like my real Ghostbuster stuff is out that I never had out before. I've got Master of the Universe stuff out. I've got GoBots out. So it's really afforded me the opportunity to bring out a lot more stuff. And then a lot of the props, like my Proton packs and a lot of the Ghostbuster stuff, those are all hanging out there in that loft as well. And then the garage, half of the garage is my arcades. All my arcade machines are in the garage, except for one that I've got in the loft.
So you have 3 different spaces in which your entire collection is located.
Yes, but not my entire collection. I still got a lot of stuff boxed up.
So at some point, you're just going to buy a second house to store your collection? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I actually know a guy who has a house for his collection. They call it the Star Wars house. And it's the Star Wars museum. It's insane. It's so cool.
That sounds right.
My friend Scott, who unfortunately passed away recently, he's got 3 kids, or he had 3 kids and a wife, and his house was covered with Transformers. Like all the hallways, his room, living room, kitchen, everywhere had Transformers. He probably had. I saw a video of this guy had the Guinness Book of World Records of Transformers collections, and I was like, yeah, no, this guy beats it. This guy probably had the world record.
Okay, so since we're on you, Brian.
Oh no.
Yeah. Give us a nice weather report on what you got going on in your space, and answer the question: is that all? Is that how big your space is, or do you have like a whole another house?
Well, over here it's a bit cloudy, and then over there it's more cloudy, different clouds. So there's that. Well, I have this.
I love Brian's weather reports.
Very professional. I have this room, which has Transformers, Bionicle, and Halo stuff, but I also have my actual room. I had to move from my original place, so I had to condense things, but everything is taller now, so I can put higher stuff on the shelf, including apparently hoard boxes is what I'm doing. Which I probably should put somewhere else, but most of them were selects and other stuff, but I don't like how it looks anymore. Anyways, so yes, I have this, and then in my other room, I have some other smaller stuff. So I've got, I collect Breakout Beasts, which is from Mega Constructs. I have my War for Cybertron collection, my entire War for Cybertron stuff in that room. And yeah, just other stuff, that I can't put somewhere, goes in storage, like Hot Wheels. I have so many of them that it would just fill up so many shelves that, yeah.
Same place, Kato.
Anybody ever thought about just like putting glue on the back of their Transformers and using them as wallpaper? Just
No. God, that's horrible.
Are you?
Okay, Patriot.
Wow, what's your wallpaper? Triptychon?
I got pictures of my kids on the wall. That's it.
Your kids aren't Transformers.
Oh, yes, they are.
I used to back when my collection or my display collection was solely Star Wars. I did wallpaper the walls with carded figures. So
Yeah.
the way I set my Star Wars rooms up back when I did Star Wars rooms is these exact same kind of shelves that I have here now. I would only go 2 high, right? And that would be for.
Did he freeze?
I left us hanging.
The Matrix is breaking. I'm scared.
Okay, Patriot.
Apparently his daughter's not watching a Blu-ray. She's streaming.
Patriot, wow.
Okay,
Wait, there he goes.
We're back. That was scary.
I said the Matrix is broken.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is in Florida. There should be no excuse for this.
Yeah, there is. It's called Florida weather. because Florida throws out weather like it's Powerball numbers.
It's
51, 72, 87, 46.
Dude, 2 days ago, I was in shorts and a T-shirt. Now it's snowing outside.
Well, you're in Virginia. I'm in Ohio. It's
No, I'm
worse
not.
here.
West Virginia is a different state than Virginia.
I go by the original colony map. You're still...
What people don't understand is Bert is actually from Westview, and he's in the WandaVision episode right now.
Hey, Bert.
I've not seen a show. I've not seen an episode. Shh.
La, 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 la.
Hey, Bert, get rid of
It's
the...
not really a spoiler.
Oh, yeah. Get ready. Sorry, Kato. You got to go away. So,
Okay.
When I did my Star Wars stuff, I would have just these two bottom shelves, and these would be for the vehicles and play sets, and I would do like dioramas. But from there up, the rest of the wall was nothing but carded figures of different collections.
Okay, Patriot.
Hi.
Stuff.
Well, what do you want to know?
Oh, how big is the
My
space you have to
room-
work with? Because you're in
Hold on.
a room that is like pretty much wall to wall.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, this is an old bedroom that I converted. It was a storage room that we converted into my display area. Now, the biggest problem I have with this room, I can't take the camera over there, but that big empty spot is a stairway that leads down into the kitchen. So I lose a lot of space right there. You'll see the poster, and there's a little shelf up there. So most of my stuff, I've got these shelves that I put up from Lowe's, these little angled black shelves right there. And, of course, it kind of loops around. Got a big bookcase right there full of Combiner Wars and my third-party bots. There's the NECA stuff. A little bit here and there.
I'm going to puke.
Yeah, I'm not showing the desk right here. Every time I do a review, I destroy my whole area. But this, I used to have all this in a smaller room, and then I moved into here. And actually, as my Transformer collection grew, this room was actually half Star Wars, half Transformers. The Star Wars went right to the middle of that Transformer display. And of course, now it's all shifted over. Pretty much, my Star Wars is the Darth Vader you see up there on top, and right there in the corner behind this brown shelf. And a lot of my Star Wars is boxed and put up. All my Transformers are out.
Okay. So, Soundwave, tell us about your space, because if I'm not going crazy, it looks like you have Transformers behind you.
Yeah. Don't know which way it's all Transformers behind me. I'm just on a back wall in a basement, which is more storage and laundry than anything. But it's about 12 feet wide. I have Transformers on the back. It loops around the wall over here. Then I have Arcade 1-Up, Teenage Mutant, I can't say the word, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade. And I guess on the NECA Turtles around it.
The 4-player one?
Yeah.
Oh God, I want that one so bad that I have no space for it.
Do you have do you have a full-size cabinet, or is it a one?
No, it's a little short one. You get a Walmart, but it comes on a riser. You can stand up and play this one. You don't have to sit.
Yeah, because 1-Ups are 3/4 scale.
Mm-hmm.
Because 1-Ups are 3/4 scales, and that particular cabinet is the only one they sell. Or actually, no, that's not true. The X-Men one does now, but a 4-player cabinet.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I got 10 arcade machines in my garage, full-size arcade machines.
I wish I had.
They take up a lot of room. You know, a lot of people say that until they have them, and those things are temperamental children that you have to constantly work on. If anybody's ever owned a boat, they can relate, because it's always broken down and it always needs work.
I got a 4-year-old.
Yeah, I got a 2-year-old. I know. I got a full-size sit-down full-motion cabinet of Outrun.
Nice.
Well, they have that now. Arcade 1-Up. They have an Outrun.
Yeah,
But it's smaller.
No, I have the original full-size cabinet that actually moves when you drive it.
Oh.
Brother just rebuilt an Afterburner and Operation Wolf.
Is the Afterburner one the sit-down one, or the regular? Okay,
Oh no, it's regular. It's the regular. I'm sorry.
I want a stand-up Afterburner. Like, I would love the full-motion one, but that machine requires so much maintenance and it takes up so much room. And I got 2 full-size cockpit sit-downs in my garage already. I got that Outrun and I got a Sega Turbo. So my room for sit-downs is up. It's done. So I would love to get a stand-up Afterburner.
I've got a PlayStation 4.
I got one of those.
Okay, so anything else, Soundwave, about your space?
I got another little room that's sort of more storage, but it's stuff that's boxed up that's in there. But that's where I do my reviews as well. I got a little table, but I don't ever show that because, like Patriot said, it's just a mess. My wife calls me a hoarder and just clean that crap up. She uses a little more coarse word than that.
Yeah, collections are hoarding. Okay, Danny.
No, it's a lifestyle.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so
every time I would get a new console, I sold my old console. So
that's the one that you saw me restore this week.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, on to Danny. How big is your space do you have to work with?
I don't know, just like a one-bedroom apartment. I'm from Canada, so I'm illiterate. I don't know how big it is, but they don't teach.
Whoa! I just realized we have 2 Canadians in here.
big.
That's too many. Okay.
I know, I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I got a lot of retro gaming stuff as well. I have this room just packed. You know, I got stuff on this side, just Marvel Legends.
Holy crap!
Yeah, junk over there, comics, and then the rest is embarrassing and hoarderish, so I won't show it. But then my room, like Bert was saying, like I got all like just doubles and carded and G2 stuff just plastered on my wall just because I don't know where to put it. And then like I only use posters for doors and ceilings. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, my 2 closets full of me and my mom were packing up N64s last weekend, and it's just like, at what point, like, maybe I should sell a couple things, you know?
No, do not do that.
Okay.
Sell them to Bert.
He
can put them in his new house.
I know, but it's just like I don't need 6 N64s. I can get 2.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I like this PS1. I just restored it this week. It's a double, so I'm actually gonna go trade it in for something else.
Yeah,
but I sold all my games like a decade ago. I sold all my games. Except
most of my retro
consoles,
stuff there.
Most of the consoles.
Yeah.
But I saw, and I'm talking about my original NES games in the package with all of the inserts and baggies and everything. We're talking Ninja Gaiden, Mega Man 1, Castlevania, Batman in the box. I sold them all. And then when I decided that was stupid and start buying all my games back up again, they're prohibitively expensive, some of those.
Yeah, well, when I got my retro gaming stuff, I got it like 7-8 years ago, and people are giving it away back, like, you know what I mean? And then like now it's like it's so high, yeah.
Anytime somebody gives me games
now. Yeah.
If anytime somebody gives me games, I gladly accept. I had a Sega Genesis given to me about a decade ago. I said, sure, I'll take it. Go look for one now. You know, this PS1 was given to me, even though I already had one. This PS1 was given to me. I have a PS3 that was given to me. I'll take it. Just give it. I've had so many Ataris given to me, 2600s, and I'll open them up. I'll clean them up. I'll get them in good working order, and then I'll go trade them in for other stuff because I have my 2600. I got.
Where do you trade them in at? Where? I mean, who still takes those?
My local game shop.
What?
GameStop or Game Shop?
No, Game Shop.
Okay.
I don't go to GameStop.
I do have
my
a
local retro
game
shop.
that I've never
I can see that now. You have this nice mint 2800. Here's 5 cents.
Yeah, especially for a 2800 because that's so rare that it doesn't exist.
Yeah, people love. Yeah,
the 2800 is the 2800 specifically is so rare that it doesn't exist, Jason.
I do have a Bionicle game that I've never played.
Soundwave gets it.
Oh, yeah, I had that Bionicle game.
I can't remember what the damn number was.
2600.
I had that. It was a long time ago.
I got 2 of them.
And there will never be enough Vakama chat. I saw that.
Okay, so Danny, was there anything else you wanted to go over in your room?
No, I just had I just don't know when it's like, maybe I just need a bigger place, you know?
We all need bigger boats.
Yeah.
So next week, Danny and me are going to be doing the retro gaming show. Just so you guys know. Because Danny just became my new best friend.
Yeah, I love the gaming. I would buy more of it now. It's just like the inflation, especially since everyone's locked in right now. Like it's just, I used to get stuff for 10, 20, 30 bucks. Now they want like 80, 90, 150. It's like, whoa, the jump, you know?
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. I've been looking for an Atari Jaguar because that's the only Atari I don't have. I had one in the 90s. That's currently the only Atari I don't have. I even have Atari computers. I don't have a Jaguar. And the aforementioned shop that I was talking about had one a couple of years ago, and I never pulled the trigger on buying it. When I finally decided to go and buy it, they had just sold it. Fast forward to now, which has been about a year and a half, they got one in. they before they put it on the shelf, they called me and they said, "We got one. Do you want it?" I said, "Yes." How much? It's tripled in price. I'm like, sorry, I can't.
Yeah.
It's $300 for an Atari Jaguar right now,
Wow.
which is like, yeah, that's the cost.
Yeah, things are doubling and tripling. I sold a couple things because like people are like, "I'll give you $150 for a GameCube controller, $120 for a GameCube controller, a special edition." I was like, "Take it."
Yeah,
I got a
yeah,
basket
a
of it.
Pikachu edition of Nintendo 64 right now.
I have that. I could show it if you want later.
I sold a PlayStation TV that I bought for $20 for $150 last year.
Hello.
Yeah, Bert's gone again.
It happened again. Mommy, I had the bad dream again.
And then last year I also for $1,500 sold a copy of Pokemon. What was it? Pokemon box. It's like a bank for Pokemon on the GameCube. $1,500 last year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that goes for
paid for everything I bought the last year. Transformers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Danny, do you have a Pikachu edition Nintendo 64?
Yeah, just the American release, like the blue one.
Hang on to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Hang on to it. Yeah.
How much have they gone up?
That's one of the most cost. I mean, it's not like if we're gonna get into the realm of the colored ones.
Yeah, I have those too. I'm gonna keep one of each of those, but like I don't need 4 gray ones, but whatever.
Yeah, but the Pikachu one and I don't know which, but there's a certain color on the clear ones that are like stupid expensive.
Okay, so what I typically do, and I'm gonna switch cameras here, so give me a sec. There we go. So I don't do the wall-to-wall thing. I just, I have 4 rooms I could do it in, but I just don't want to because I also don't dust. But I change the display behind me on occasion. So like I just got a Mega Supreme. I already did the review and stuff. I took down Predaking and Devastator to put up a Mega Supreme and Voltron. I love the Voltron. It's the classic reissue Voltron. Not the reissue. It's the updated Voltron, but it's the classic updated Voltron.
Legendary Defenders.
Yeah, because they released like 3 different forms of Voltron. Yeah. And I grabbed the classic one. Yes, the one that is.
I'm not grabbing it.
The one that is in the Soundwave's hand. Yeah. So I love that toy. Although mine stands up.
Yeah, that's my line.
Yeah. There you go.
Right there.
Yeah. And then
I have like 3/5 of a Voltron. Does that count?
For 30 years I only had the Blue Lion, so so then you can see my Pit of Judgment and Jetfire, and then I put, because I love dinosaurs, I put Beast Mode, Megatron, Grimlock, and Skylinks up there, and then hiding at the bottom in the shelf below is 4 little Ninja Turtles and the Dino Megazord. Or the Mega Dinozord? Dino
Megazord.
Anyway, I wanted to do something honorable mention type because I think this is a great arrangement. And see if it'll let me do it. There you go. So this is Kato Space. It is probably one of the neatest looking, like, organized spaces I have seen.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. And then we got. So here's Bert's.
Kato, isn't that just ironic?
Well, Jason Froelich, he's a co-worker of mine, asked the following question: House fire, choose one toy to save.
My MP Shockwave.
I think we lost Anthony. Oh, there he is. He's in the
I have the ability to change cameras, so I was just messing with settings. Okay, so we're going to go back to Bert. How do you decide the makeup of your display? Now, we just did an interview, which will be posted at the end of March, where you basically explained that the one wall to your immediate right is just everything Prime. Mm-hmm. But then, as I just showed, you also have a wall of almost strictly Ninja Turtles. And then you have another wall where you have Ghostbusters, and I can't remember what else was there. I already switched the pictures.
Yeah, Captain Power. Does anybody remember Captain Power?
Mm-hmm.
He's our hero.
You mean Captain Planet?
No, Captain Power.
Yeah, Captain Power. He was like, I can't explain it, but they had some weird like 3D type of stuff on the show.
Infrared blasters you could shoot with the TV.
There's cool robots in there.
Sauron, love that guy.
Yeah.
Complete
Iron Man
American collection.
Nice.
Yeah.
And some overseas stuff.
He fought Iron Man, I think.
Yeah, that was so it was a show that it was very ahead of its time, and it was interactive. Those toys work sort of like laser tag, right? So you got the different ships and the different bases and everything, and you can shoot at each other, and they have, like, each ship has 5 points when you first turn it on. And every time you take a hit, you lose a point. When you lose all the points, it ejects the pilot from the seat. So they also had a TV show. So the toys have two settings: room to play against each other and TV. And when you watch the show, the bad guys would have a target on their chest that would blink at a certain frequency that your toy could see. And you could actually shoot that and score points. So if you had 5 points when you shot it and hit it, now you have 6 hit points, and then 7, and so on. And it would go up to 25, and then you had to reset and start over.
So that's laser tag.
And it was only the ships, right? Only the ships could fire?
The ships, the throne, and the base. The base could also fire and take hits. So it's, yes, like, to answer Brian's question, it's like laser tag, but you were playing it against the TV show. And when the weapons were firing, those flashed at a different frequency that your toy would see and take as a hit and take away a point. So the TV could actually hit you and kill you. It was very ahead of its time. They actually focused the show on writing instead of selling toys. So they had a rule that only a percentage of the show could actually be the interactive play with it part. And they couldn't go past that percentage of the show. The rest of the show had to be story focused. And it happened in that very specific late 80s, early 90s, when everything on TV was being targeted for being violent, and ended up getting canceled long before its time. It was a very short-lived show, a very, very cool toy line.
Okay, so then how did you decide that your display is set up the way it is?
So when I came into the new house, I just kind of started opening boxes by theme and just putting them up and see, okay, so, I started putting the primes here, then I started putting D1s over that, and I just kind of started feeling my way through it. The Ghostbusters and the Ninja Turtles are probably the thing that got moved around the most, because I would fill up a shelf, and like the Ghostbusters goes all the way around and meets with, the Ninja Turtles goes all the way around and meets with the Ghostbusters, then I would have to start the next shelf, and then it would run into something else. So now, okay, that doesn't make sense. Let me move it somewhere else. So I just kind of felt my way through, and I still got 2 shelves that have stuff on it that's only it's a placeholder. It's probably going to get taken down so I can put something else up, because I'm already trying to figure out where I'm going to put my Castle Grayskull when I get it. And it's probably going to be right here, which means these Ninja Turtles need to move.
Now I'm wondering if we're going to get 2 Castle Grayskulls now with the new show coming out and the new figures coming out.
No, I'm going to stick with the Origins one. Have you seen that Origins Castle Grayskull?
Yes, I have.
It's literally the original Castle Grayskull improved.
Just like the figures.
It's so good. So now, one caveat that I did when I planned this room out is my previous room was 5 shelves high. I made this one 6 shelves high, but the top shelf is still empty. And the top shelf goes all the way around the room, and that's where I'm going to put my train sets. So, because I also do electric trains, and I had originally hoped that I would have enough room to do my train table that I was in the process of building before moving in the garage with the arcade stuff, and that just didn't happen, not enough room. So then I hoped to do it in this corner in front of the window, but the table is so big that anything that's on a shelf above the table is pretty much up there forever, because I'm never going to get to it. I can't get to it to clean it. If it falls, I can't put it back up. So I decided to just scrap the table, and this is a table that I had already started building. I scrapped that project, and what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to build the track and run it around the top shelf of the room, around the whole room.
I always wanted to do that. It sounds so cool. Okay, so Brian, what made you decide to make up your display? You just put a cat out and it decides for you?
Whatever the cat doesn't knock over, that's what he puts up.
Yes. I put her up on the shelf, and then she just sweeps the dust away. All right. You can be free now. You can Get out of my room that you're not even allowed to be in. All right.
Clean.
Sorry. What was the question again?
How did you come up with the layout of your room? Like, why is where is what is this? If that made any sense.
With the Bionicle sets, I wanted to put it by the series or by the year or what location it is. So the first one is like 2001 to 2003. That's the location of Mazanui is where that took place. The other part is 2004, 2005, Metro Nui, then Voya Nui, 2006, and 2007. Like, these are the release of the Bionicle sets. I won't go too deep into it because I'm pretty sure you guys are already bored. Anyways, so that's the Bionicle sets, and I'm very proud of that. I would love to go and buy more Bionicle stuff. But anyways, with my Transformers, when I moved back up here, and I had this originally, I want to as well keep it by series or by year if I have to. But so far it's by series. So the top is Studio Series right now, and the other room is War for Cybertron stuff. Over here is the Generations and Classics. So how I have it sorted is by the series as well, or by the years they release. So the classics, Universe Classics, and Generations, the old ones are over there, even though I need to switch those around because it doesn't make sense right now. But then, it goes into Thrilling 30, then Prime Wars. Speaking of Prime, Transformers Prime, this whole entire thing is like Transformers Prime and RID, and then movie stuff, and then miscellaneous, so Cybertron, or just big stuff that I couldn't put up because I got my combiners from Combiner Wars down on that shelf, and that's how I did that. Anyways, yes, I noticed. You scared me. Over here, the Halo stuff, so I've got it sorted by year 2009 and all that. So you distract me now.
He does that.
I was having a conversation. I was talking, but then you decided to do this and play games with me.
Brian, he's mixing up continuities anyway. He's doing the Batusi with the 89 Batman mask. It makes no sense.
Bionicles from Moto Nui and
Bionicles.
I'm sorry I like things. Thanks, Dad. Anyways, so yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess, I guess. Whatever. I guess.
Okay, so Patriot.
So we'll go through Patriot Prime's Universal Studios The Ride of Transformers collection again.
So Patriot, before you begin, do your intro again where you're kind of like half leaning and do that eyebrow thing and say, "I'm Patriot Prime." That real sexy thing. That way I can capture it later. Yeah. It's for the ladies. Go ahead.
Well, I know what gets him going.
It don't take much.
Okay, so explain the makeup of your display.
Well, pretty much. Let me get the angle out here.
Tell us about all the Bionicle sets that you have.
Okay, it'll be real quick.
Tell about your hoarding habit.
All right, come here. So, the whole middle section is G1. Both of the black tiers, and from the floor to the third tier up, everything is Generation 1. Now, pretty much the upper shelves is the left side here is Optimus Primes. The right side's all Megatrons. I ran out of room for Megatrons, and so a lot of my Megatrons are now in this shelf. And, of course, this big bookshelf here also holds all my big figures. Like you see Fort Max down there, Devastator, Predaking, Third Party, Combiner Wars. The area right here is my staging area. I cleared that out of Star Wars, just all this new stuff that I don't know what I'm going to do with it just yet. Now over here, this corner is primarily the newer stuff. And unfortunately, since I don't have the space, I don't like just throwing my stuff in storage. I'll sell some of the older bots to get the newer bots, except G1. G1s don't go anywhere. Mm-hmm. And of course, I've got this big table right here. That's got all my Titans on. I got Scorponaut, Metroplex, Stripticon, all that good stuff. Bought this little bookshelf to start putting pops up. Those damn another rabbit hole. And then, of course, here I designed that all for my NECA figures. And of course, I've got Friday the 13th here, the Terminators, Predators, Alien, and that's pretty much it. And usually when of course, I don't think we've gotten to the, I put on the wrong stand. Hold on. I've got multiple stands here for my cameras.
I see a couple lightsabers up there.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those cheap ones. The little ones you flip your wrist and they pop out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's about it. I'm wanting to, I think I'm going to get a big ladder in this little stairwell I showed earlier. I think I'm going to position shelves up on the wall. I mean, once I put something on there, I'm never going to be able to touch again until I get a ladder, but it's going to give me some more space in here. Especially with all the new Masters of the Universe coming out, new Transformers coming out.
That's messed me up so bad because I got to start planning a room for Masters of the Universe.
Well, if you look, I haven't even, I don't know if you can see them over there. My Masters of the Universe are all still on the cards.
Oh, bend down.
Of course, there's Battle Cat behind Maximilian and the Visitor. So I haven't even taken those out of the box yet.
They're so good.
Oh, God.
That Origins line is so good.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
Okay, Soundwave, what make up of your collection, man?
So if I can do that too, let's see. Oh. Yeah, I gotta get my angles. That's the white shelf's mostly my G1. Just don't look at that bottom shelf because they're just sort of shoved in there. It's all mini bots. I couldn't really get them all to stand. I need more room. Then that shelf there is mostly Decepticons. Then some of the Titans. And I got the newer. I haven't really organized anything yet, pretty much. And I got those over there. It's the Autobots. And then some overflow I got to figure out something to do with. Then I try to keep the boxes up top on the shelves. And I got a lot of the new Masters of the Universe stuff, but I don't have a place to put it. So it's still in packages. I think I got everything except for, I think, Wave 2. Who's Wave 2? Is that...
Yeah, I haven't found any Wave 2 yet.
Orko and all them.
Yeah, I got Panther. That's the only thing I found on Wave 2 yet.
But I got that, and that's still on a shelf over there. And I got a shelf on the wall up there of Marvel Legends X-Men. And then I have my NECA up on a shelf. But the military base out by my house likes to blow stuff up, and it shakes the house. And my Friday the 13th, Jason fell and his sword broke, so I gotta fix that.
Dude,
Jason doesn't use a sword.
All of my NECA gremlins are on their backs right now because they will not. They'll only stand for a day and then they fall.
Right?
I have that problem with some of them. I got that, and I got some Freddy Krueger NECA, but I gotta find new places for all this stuff. And I had G.I. Joe Classified, but I'm starting to sell those. It's too hard to find them, so I just kind of gave up on it. I just stuck with getting some of the vintage ones, but they're still in places. I need more room, and hopefully eventually I can move everything out further this way and then try to organize. And what I figure what goes on my shelves, I try to pick the best representation of the character, like the best Cyclonus of all the Cyclonuses I have. That's what I'll go on my shelf. The other ones I'll put up in a tub somewhere and think about what to do with it later. Either give it to my kids or sell it, or maybe display it and when I get more room and a different kind of makeup of a shelf.
Guys, Jason's real.
Soundwave, what is the best Cyclonus?
I'll go with the Kingdom. I like that one.
Kingdom.
Oh,
Which name is best?
G1. But yeah, G1 and then Kingdom. For sure.
Okay, so Danny, explain to us your makeup of your display and how you decide what where.
Well, it's a disaster right now. I'm trying to get another shelf, but it's just a disaster. But mostly my Decepticons G1s are all right there, and then all my Autobot G1s are mixed in with some couple wrestling things and some random stuff, Dragon Ball. But yeah, mostly all the new stuff's out here. And then I just have some other stuff boxed, But that's mostly all the Siege and the new stuff that's just come out recently, just to be able to look at it. And then I have like the most of my Marvel Legends and junk are on this side. And then Titans are up there for now. And then like I have a bunch of shit a bunch of stuff on the floor.
Oh, you can say shit. This is Bert's channel.
Okay, I didn't know, like, I don't want to offend anyone.
That was the first thing Nick Nack asked me last night.
This is not for children.
Of course, it's me, yeah. But
I just after dark.
I just like to have like the newer stuff out on display because you buy it, you open it, you got to enjoy it a bit, and then some of my other stuff is in the room, and I'm trying to get another shelf for this area, and then because my GI Joes I haven't put out like the classified stuff and a few other things, just to. Yeah, most of this was gaming stuff, and I kind of just put a lot of that in the closet, and but. I'd like to have it more neater.
Every time you buy a Transformer and don't transform it, an angel loses its wings.
Okay, so Danny, your square shelves remind me of the cubbies I used to have in kindergarten.
Great.
This is my game room.
Yeah, they're like gaming shelves. They're not toy shelves, right? So that's the thing. I took out most of my gaming collection and then I was like, I'm gonna put some figures here, but it's black. You can't see it. I'm always dressed in black, and you can't. I need to redo some stuff.
You seen those square shelves that they have at Target? The black ones. They're like 12 by 12 cubes. Mm-hmm. I got 2 of those going all the way across in my gaming room, and that's every one of those cubbies is 1 or 2 consoles.
Yeah, I like the white shelves and stuff. Like it really pops the toys. I notice on like white shelves or like yours is.
And the dust doesn't show.
Yeah, the dust.
I want to put some lights on that shelf.
Yeah.
They have those nice LED strips you can buy and just light up the bottom of the shelves.
Yeah.
Am I the only one in the Bionicle?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you and M go.
I got that guy.
Okay, so I have a question from Jay Lee, and we're going to start with Bert.
Oh, no, not again.
Will you get any of the NECA Universal Monsters?
No.
Bert.
What is that question for?
NECA Universal Monsters, Bert, Jay Lee.
Oh, I didn't see that question.
You don't have to worry about posting it. I already asked it.
Okay, no, I don't collect Universal Monsters. I think that's Patriot Prime's thing.
I know it is, but I'm going in order.
No, I'm not collecting Universal Monsters.
Okay.
Back to you, Jacob.
No, with NECA, I am very picky. I mean, I love Jason, of course. My name's Jason. I was born on Friday the 13th, so I've always had this Jason thing. So I've got all my Jason figures. Love the Terminator. Got the Terminator. Now, the Predators, I got the first one from the first movie and the City Hunter from part 2. And then they started coming up with all these other cool-looking Predators. I bought a couple of those. And then it's like every month, here's a new Predator, a new Predator, a new Predator. I'm like, these are $30 a pop. And I was just like, I reeled that in. I did buy one Alien just because that's all you need is one Alien. And then I've got a Marty McFly because I do have a little Back to the Future display up there. Now, if NECA would hurry up and come out with V figures, maybe.
Going back to Bert, isn't there
NECA? They do the removable heads, the different faces they can do?
Oh, it was because you were talking about the half-face one for, what was her face? The leader of the aliens?
Diana.
Yes, Diana, very good.
Delicious Diana.
Yeah. Because Bert, you have NECA Ninja Turtle figures, right?
Yes.
Because I noticed you got the Triceratons.
Do you have any Super 7 turtles?
I don't. Why are they $45?
I know, right?
Why are they so expensive?
I don't know.
But I've got, we'll do this.
You're paying for that name.
Because they know you're just going to keep them in the box, so $45.
Yeah.
They look better than them.
I'm going to do a Brian here. So NECA, here are the animated ones. So you got the 4 Turtles, Splinter, Shredder, Krang, right behind them Bebop, Rocksteady, and Baxter. Down here the Triceratons and Krang and the big android body. Then these, I love these. These are by NECA also. These are old figures. These are their first comic book appearance.
Yeah, the first ones, yeah.
Which I absolutely love. And then behind those are not the NECAs, but rather the Playmate ones, the super detailed Playmate ones that they made there for a while. So I got the cartoon versions and the movie versions. And then over there, I don't know if you can see over here, are the movie
Ninja Turtles, also by NECA. So you've got the baby turtles.
Pizza.
Exactly.
Radical.
Right behind them is the first movie, the 1990 movie, NECA Turtles. And then behind them, there's one each. There's a regular Shredder from the first movie, and then a Super Shredder, like Kevin Nash Shredder right there.
I need to watch that again.
Yeah, I just got that token razor. Do you have them?
Oh no, I want it so bad.
Yeah, they're worth it.
And I
Sick.
just saw at Walmart they have the movie NECA Splinter, but he's in a 2-pack with movie 1 Shredder.
Oh, cool.
And I haven't picked it up because I have a movie 1 Shredder. So I don't want to buy.
Yeah,
another.
it's like the Casey Jones one, right? Because like you can't get Casey without the trench coat ref.
Without the trench coat wrap, but at least it's a variant,
Different.
right? At least it's
Yeah.
a trench coat wrap. But the Shredder that comes in the 2-pack with Splinter is the exact same Shredder that came packaged by himself. So, and I don't know, I may have to double up because I don't know if they're going to do Splinter by himself, and that kind of sucks.
Okay. So I'm going to add on to this question, as I'm going to ask everybody else anyway. But Aiden's Media Discussions asked, are you getting any of the Super 7 Ultimate Thundercats figures? Bert?
No.
No?
I didn't even know they were doing that.
Oh,
I'm
well
not getting
then,
any
we're
Super
done with
7
Bert. Moving on.
I'm not doing any Super 7 stuff. It's too expensive.
Well, how about Brian? Are you doing the NECA Universal Monsters or any Super 7 Thundercats?
No.
Easy enough.
He's
Moving
gonna
on
get
to
the Super 7 Bionicles.
moving on to
I'm
Patriot.
busy being happy with Bionicle, thank you.
Bionicle, Halo, and Transformers, we know. Okay.
I just want someone to understand.
Bert, you don't need to put those up. I actually cataloged that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I put them in order of the
Come
big
on,
questions.
Bert.
Well, it's his first time, man. He's learning.
Yeah, he's gentle with me. It's my first time.
Patriot, are you doing the Universal Monsters or the Super 7 Ultimate Thundercats?
Negative, because the only NECAs I have is I have all the Jason figures because I'm big into Jason. I was born on Friday the 13th. And yeah, I've already answered this. No, I mean, they look cool, but like I said, NECAs are $30 a pop. You can't really do much with them. I mean, they're heavy plastic statues. And, if one falls from a shelf, that's usually it.
Really? They're that fragile?
Oh,
It's not that they're fragile, they're just heavy.
The
Well,
joints
also
are tight,
recommend
though.
them in warm water.
Pretty tight, yeah.
Before
Yeah,
you
for example,
do
I mean,
anything with them.
And they make stands for them, but the stands
They're
suck.
useless.
They don't
Yeah, they don't stay
use-
on.
And they're just so big and heavy, you don't usually break the figure. It's like you'll break an accessory, you'll break maybe a fist will pop off or something like that.
Oh, so like the
Sometimes-
machete. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with this guy, he kept falling over, and this is the only way he'll stay positioned, which is cool. I have his arms at this angle, which distributes the weight. But like my T-800s, the endoskeletons, they're displayed on the back, propped against the wall because they don't stand for shit.
Okay.
Try to get one of these guys to stand up and stay standing up with those little peg legs.
Looks top heavy.
They are extreme, and they're stupid tight when you get them out of the box.
Yeah,
And
they
then-
don't have any heel spur, do they?
They do not. And then when I get them all on stands, so you got the little peg holes and you put them on the stands, and then a day and a half goes by and the ankles just give out and they fall over, and my stripes ear broke off, and like literally every single one of my gremlins right now is laying down because I've gotten tired of standing them back up every day and a half.
The Predators are the only ones that fit on the stands. And of course, these guys are ungodly top heavy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, these stands, you just got one little peg, and that's it. And that sometimes they just don't fit in there right. And then I tried that little blue sticky stuff you can put posters up with.
Yeah.
I try that, but then there's just too much weight; they'll still fall over.
Okay.
So I just dug
Soundwave.
these up. I just dug these up, and when I move my gremlins, this is when I'm going to put them on.
Okay. Soundwave. Questions again. NECA Universal Monsters and Super 7 Ultimate Thundercats.
No to both. The Super 7 looks good, but like Bert said, they're so expensive. I want some of those, but I just can't I can't dole out, $45, $50 on something that's just.
You're literally
I
just
want
going to
it.
stick on a shelf and look at.
Yeah, because like I said, these are like Patriot saying are $30, and it's pretty much just they're NECA. They look so good, and I love the look of them, but you just can't really do much with them.
Right. Okay.
I still have a hard time spending $20 on one of these.
You know what? I actually enjoy, once I figured it out, the transformation for Warpath, because you unfold his legs in such a way that it's like a puzzle, and then when you finally accomplish it, you're like, yes, I won the game of Transformers.
And you think you're going to break it every time.
Right there.
Yep, that's a good one.
That one.
Yeah. It's Brian, I broke the tab on her breastplate.
Good.
Yeah. Everybody should. It's the funniest thing ever.
I accidentally broke mine, and I'm happy for it.
Me too. It makes transformation so much easier.
She's such a fun toy now.
Yes.
Tab, she's like got that flapper look to her. She's
Flappy flap.
Do I have little bras for them? Is something we can get? Danny, NECA Universal Monsters Super 7 Ultimate Thundercats figures.
None of those, but I'll show you the NECA. I just have my NECA turtles in there. So I do buy a lot of NECA junk, but
offhand, the NECA Transformers, Ninja Turtles, they're like 6 inches tall instead of 4 1/4 or whatever it was, right?
Correct.
But the only thing is, like, I kind of got that FOMO, that fear of missing out with those Super 7s. At least I'll get the 4 of these guys, because like they're just like, and they're like $70 in Canada. They're not.
They're so pretty.
Yeah, but if you're not selling your soul online, you might not be able to get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're pretty. I don't know. They look the part. Like the thing I like about them, when you have them out of the package, they feel like the old toys in your hand when you were a kid, because they're like big, But
did anybody get any of the Super 7 Ninja Turtles? The ones that are supposed to be like the. What is this? Super 7. Those ones supposed to be like scaled to the original Playmates toys.
There you go.
No?
Original Playmates line right there.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, that's amazing.
There's
I would.
Sewer layer.
Yeah.
Then you got the Cadillac. Way over here, I've got you move over. There's a Technodrome down there.
Nice.
Both of them. And the original Playmates line down there.
Original Turtles is the best. Yeah.
They're so good.
Danny, you drive down to Ohio, and then we'll meet up, and then we'll drive to Bert's house to rob him.
Yeah, if they don't kill me first when I get there, yeah.
You got to know the gate code to get in there.
Yeah, Bert's an easy drive from Ohio.
Just don't steal my bionicle.
So while I have you, Bert, so because you during our interview you kind of answered some of this, but we're gonna have to say it again for these people. How do you choose which items for your display?
Is it my turn?
Yes, Bert.
Oh, okay.
So you're the only one here named Bert.
I didn't hear the Bert part. I got bad internet.
Mr. Under your face right there.
So my Prime's got to be up. My Primes and my G1s, they got to go up. My Ninja Turtle, my classic Ninja Turtle stuff, they got to go up. My NECA stuff's got to go up. If it's vintage, it's got to go up, right? And then, just kind of rotate from there, because there is limited space. Like where my room once upon a time was 100% Star Wars. Star Wars has been reduced to literally one shelf right above my desk. And it's 2 Kodabukaya statues, lightsaber, and a helmet. So... and then you kind of start moving stuff around. Like I've got NECA Gremlins in here right now. I'm actually planning on moving these out into the gaming area because I'm going to center them on the Ultimate Gamer Gremlin that's got the little ColecoVision game, and then just kind of center the rest of the Gremlins around it. So those are going to go out in the gaming area, which frees up a little room here for me to move some stuff around. I got some Batman stuff out and some Superman stuff out. I'm going to box all of that away, again, because Castle Grayskull's coming out, and I have every intention of getting it. That's a piece that has to be displayed. That has to go out. So, again, some of the stuff's going to get moved to a different room. Some of the stuff's going to get put away. That'll make room for new stuff, Castle Grayskull. And it just kind of like, I get as I feel it. Lately, I've really been in the mood to dig up all of my Beast Wars stuff and put it up on display. So, when I dig it up, I'll pick something and I'll put it away and put my Beast Wars up. And it just kind of...
Because that guy on YouTube made you feel bad.
Huh?
That guy on YouTube had commented and made you feel bad. How dare you not pull out that figure?
Oh my God!
Peer pressure much?
I said something. I think it was on Megatron when I reviewed Kingdom Megatron, and I said something along the lines. I have it. I have the original one, and I have the 10th anniversary one, but they're in storage, so I can't dig them out for comparisons. And somebody got mad because why would I even say that I have it if I don't intend on displaying it or comparing it? I'm like, because it's in storage, okay? And I have a life and 3 kids.
Also, it's not your business.
Okay, so Brian, what gets you to decide what items you're going to get or buy to display? Like, do you just wait it looks, or because you do organize your shelving kind of based on year and series?
Here's how I do it. Here's a demonstration. Ooh! Done.
If only it all was that easy.
He sits so perfectly on Galvatron right now. But that by the way, I want to quickly mention, thanks to Larry Hankins, Larry Arts Productions, who's been a friend of mine for 10 years now. He sent me the original Dark of the Moon Leadfoot. And also Trans-Aaron for the Shattered Glass pack. I just wanted to mention that. Anyways, so usually how it goes is if it's a if it's a mainline Transformer, it's going on the shelf, no matter what. But you know, I do have stuff that is in storage, like the Hot Wheels I mentioned, and some other things. But I just tried to think, okay, what do I want on display? What's like the top things that I want that, you know, looks super nice? And you know, with Hot Wheels, I could display that all day, but I also feel like that could be a clutter of just different colors. With the Transformers and Bionicle, like I can see right away, oh, that's, you know, Bumblebee or Bacama or whatever, and same thing with the Halo. So I just display that, I guess. But as far as selecting specific ones, I guess it's just how I feel about it, if I want to put it on the shelf or not. Because sometimes I will have some random stuff. I got some Lego stuff up there that's just mixed in with Marvel and a Gundam. So it really honestly all depends. I also have a Tony Hawk McDonald's thing. I keep looking at that like, holy shit, I have that on display. Why? Like, seriously. I think it's because I found all the parts for it and I was like, wow, I'm surprised by this. Literally a McDonald's Tony Hawk thing.
Oh, I remember those. Like, you get a little skateboard guy in the ramp. Okay.
Skateboard guy?
You didn't get the skateboard guy? What? Well, Tony Hawk is a skateboard guy.
Scooter guy.
A real Tony Hawk fan.
I have Tony Hawk 1 and 2 on my PlayStation 4.
Not good enough. Not good enough.
You need the originals on PS1 and PS2.
Yep.
Okay, so Patriot, what makes you
on the PlayStation NES or whatever? I don't know.
I have a PS6.
Okay, so how do you decide what goes on your shelves?
Xbox Wii.
Well, G1s will go up no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I will rearrange. Well, I did when I got some Pretenders in during the winter. I had to rearrange the whole bottom 3 shelves just to put in 3 Pretenders because I am very meticulous about how my G1 looks. And of course, I've got Pretenders all together. I've got like Dinobots together, Monster Bots. I mean, they're all done by a theme. Now, with the newer figures, I kind of line up. I've got one wall over there, it's Decepticons, one that's Autobots, and I try to keep together like the sets. Like I've got the Titan's Return Headmasters, for example. I've got those on a shelf with, remember Energon Scorponok?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I've got them displayed with him because he's a proper size Scorponok for those figures. And then I've got, like, on the very bottom shelves is like my random ones, like mainline bots that everybody knows. They're kind of front and center. Kind of the off bots, if you will, are on the very bottom shelf or up there on the top. I mean, the top is just a mixed match of everything.
Do you have a lot of Energon stuff, or
No, I did. I mean,
did,
I got like 4 things.
I have Energon Prime and Sharkticon. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I had every line. I was one of those collectors. I collected every line. Then 2012, I pretty much sold everything except for maybe 10 figures. And then I started getting back into it again.
Ew. You sold stuff?
Yeah.
It happened.
The horrible story is in 1994, I traded my entire G1 collection for a damn Super Nintendo.
Ugh.
Yeah. Dumbass.
Okay, so Soundwave, how do you decide what you're displaying?
If it's G1 or G1 base or G1 update character, anything like War for Cybertron, anything that looks like a G1 character, I'll buy it for Transformers. And also, that's really about it, I guess. If it's a G1 toy, I've been trying to go back and buy old G1s to find, but they're just ungodly expensive on eBay.
Yeah.
One, and I don't want to. You can try to piecemeal them together by buying parts, but
It's expensive.
That's
too.
worse.
Yeah.
You're best off just buying one flat out, complete.
So, in stores, if it's hanging on the peg, I can actually buy it. I'll get it if it's something I like. And also, if I see something that just strikes my nostalgia, I'll buy it. And if I can't get it up on the shelf right now, I'll buy it so I can display it later. Like sort of along the lines of Hot Wheels, like the Jada cars. They have like the Hollywood rides. They do like Batman.
Oh, I love those.
Bills. I'll buy that. And I have a lot of them still in box. I haven't put them out.
I actually have like a whole collection of Batman-themed Hot Wheels stuff. Every time I see a Batman-themed one, I have to grab it.
Yeah, the Batmobile. They do them so many. They have a Batmobile. Here, it's gold. This one's silver. This one's blue. This one's black.
Oh, I have so many that are just like a slightly different color.
Nice.
Like
the turtles, man, I can't find the difference. There's a difference on the actual small ones too, and then with the rims.
Yep.
I got those turtle vans.
Yeah, these are cool.
Patriot Prime, that's something different. Get that out of here. That's a knockoff. Or
That's
something.
Jada right there.
Just it. I'll buy stuff that's strike back again. I'll buy it, and that's pretty much. If it makes me feel.
I picked up that
I like the figures too.
Get it.
I picked up the Jada Ecto 1, but I only grabbed one, and I gave it to my 2-year-old, who proceeded to destroy it. And now I can't find it anywhere.
Hey, that's what
I got
Dylan
one.
did
He's
when
in
I
the
got him
box.
too.
Okay, I have questions, but I'm going to go with Danny next. How do you decide what you're going to display?
Yeah, like most people said, I have my G1 stuff out perfectly, and then just fill in some of the new stuff, and just kind of whatever, this and that there as much as I can fit, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, and then like Bert was saying, like have definitely my NECAs, my like other stuff, but yeah, and just I'd kind of swap it out, especially for making videos, make the background a little different here and there, and then work on it. But yeah, I try to buy everything I open that I can get. I try to display it and enjoy it instead of just like hoard it. Like besides the doubles I hoard, the only one thing that sucks is I have more like G2 stuff. It's sealed, and some of that Encore reissue Transformers G1 stuff, but I left it sealed, and it's just like piles of boxes. I don't even display the figure, so it's kind of depressing. But
Okay, so for Bert, Soundwave, and Patriot Prime who have kids, how do you keep them off of it? And we'll start with Patriot, because I feel like Dylan knows not to touch your stuff, but I feel like maybe you take pictures of everything every night just to make sure nothing's out of place the next day.
He does not touch anything in here. He never has. I have trained him since day one. If you're Facebook friends of mine, you probably saw me throw up that memory video the other day.
It was like 3 or 4 in it.
Yeah, he was 2.
Triptychon.
Well, no, there's one where he's in here looking at the figures, and he knows not to touch. And to this day, he'll come right in, and he's never messed with anything, other than he's touched the MicroMasters, which I have all those in vehicle mode on the bottom shelf displayed on their bases.
See, what you do is you meet up with them at the playground, and then you beat them up.
No, didn't have to.
Okay, so Soundwave, how do you keep the kids off the stuff?
I'm in a basement, so they just don't come down here. I'll lock the door.
Scary
When I
basement.
bring the 4-year-old down when I have her during the daytime when the other kids are at school, and I got to come down and do the laundry in the laundry part over there. She has a little bucket of toys and Blitzwing, and she'll play with that. And I'll give her some duplicates of something I have, and I've bought them the cheap one-step changing Cyberverse toys. I give that to them. And I'll leave some down here, so when she comes down here, she can play Transformers with me, but she'll play with that one, and I'll play with the others. So that's pretty much it. She knows not to grab anything without asking.
Rescue bots. You know what's funny? I think I may have terrified Dylan from Transformers because he really doesn't have that much of an interest in them.
That makes me sad because I sent him a Jetfire.
And he played with that thing for a day.
Man.
And I told him yesterday, I said, Dylan, you got 100 subscribers now. When are you going to do your 100 subscriber special? I don't know. He's like all gung-ho for like a week. And then, of course, he's 6.
Yep.
He's more out now because he's finally going back to school 5 days a week.
Okay, so Bert, how do you keep the kids off the stuff?
So what I've always done is I dedicate a section of toys that are kid versions of my toys for the kids. Now, in previous rooms with my 2 grown-up kids, I got a 21-year-old and a 16-year-old. And when they were growing up, I always had a couch or a chair of some sort in my collection room. That's something that I don't have here. But in those rooms that I would put, kid versions of Star Wars toys or Transformers toys on the couch. With this room, obviously I don't have that. But what I've done is I've got some old Kenner Ghostbuster stuff there. There's a pink Barbie Corvette with a gizmo in there, and there's some rescue bots, Playmobil Ghostbuster stuff. So this is her corner. This is the 2-year-old's corner. And when she comes in here, she knows that those are her toys, and those are Daddy's toys. And that's just how I've done it with all 3 kids. Now, that's not to say they don't, especially the current 2-year-old. She's very strong, though. And she does test. I don't know, my tripod is falling over. She does test on a regular basis. She'll come in here, and she'll stand 2 inches away from the shelf. My Ninja Turtles. So she has versions. These are the Nickelodeon Turtles, and she has her own set of Nickelodeon Turtles. But she'll come up here and she'll look at these. My Ninja Turtles? No, yours are downstairs. But to this day, knock on wood, she hasn't grabbed anything on my shelves yet, and she's 2. This worked for the previous 2 kids, and so far it's working with her.
Okay.
My mother was taking care of 2 kids, just babysitting them, and she asked, "Hey, can you bring out some of your toys just so that they can play?" and it's not like they're like babies or anything, but I was like, "Yeah, sure, I got some Hot Wheels that they could mess with or something." I bring them out. One of them's got them in the mouth, and I'm like, "Yeah, kids, not allowed in with this stuff anymore."
Hey, yeah, Bert, stop. Yeah, don't do that. Okay, I have. Okay, there is a super chat.
Wasn't that the? Oh,
listen to him bossing you around on your.
I know, but we have there we go. So PJ is a Decepticon. Okay.
Thank you, DreamWorks.
The only 2 super chats we've got have not been questions. So
that's great. Okay, so
love to you, man.
Crimson Raptors and Gary Keller ask, What is the point you need to reach in order to dust? As in, when you get a new figure, so everything matches, or do you really just like do a seasonal thing? How do you generally maintain your display items? So, starting with Bert.
I don't.
How dare you?
When I set this room up, I had to dust everything before I put it up. Obviously, new house, new room, and all of that. So that was for a lot of this stuff, it was the first time it ever been dusted, because some of this stuff, some of this stuff has reached a point of saturation, right? So, like, if I wanted to reach back there and grab that Optimal Optimus, I can't. There's like 5-6 figures in front of it. If I try to grab it, it's going to knock everything over. So I just don't touch it. I don't mess with it. So whenever the shelf gets redone, like we were talking about earlier, things get moved around to make room for other things. That's when they'll get dusted, because otherwise you just spend 5-6 hours a day every day and you're dusting. It's ridiculous. My video games, however, that's a little easier to do, right? So I just got one of those duster magnets things, and I just go over the TV and all the console and the games, and those are easier to maintain. But when it comes to figures like this,
It's just whenever something gets moved, that's when I take the opportunity. I got a shaving brush, brush all the dust off and then put it right back up again.
Okay, so Brian, how do you maintain your setup there?
I don't.
So the cat really is the duster.
No, because she's not allowed in here.
Oh.
I look at a toy, and if it's dusty, then yeah, I'll try to work on it. But otherwise, yeah. Patriot Prime, how do you do it?
Yeah, Patriot Prime, how do you do it?
All kinds of ways, man. Usually, like Bert says, when I grab a G1 to review and you put him in front of all those lights, you're like, holy shit. And then you pull out the old dust can. And then the black shelves I have, they're the ones you notice the most. And of course, those I may hit every other month. The white shelves back there, they might have an inch of dust on them, and I can't tell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But the black shelves get a lot. The Titan display gets a lot because it's got black top. Anything black, I try to dust a lot. But it's for me. I got my air can. I got the in dust. Usually just wipe it down with a soft cloth, soft toothbrush.
Okay, Soundwave, how do you maintain your collection?
Well, I thought they were self-maintaining and they clean themselves, so I just let it go.
Wait, what? How?
They're sentient beings.
Toy Story rules.
No, I'll dust them before I review them if they're older toys. Otherwise, man, they just sit there unless I pick it up and go, damn. And then I'll get the dust can or I'll get a Swiffer thing and I'll run it through it and try to get some of the dust off. But that's really about it because I don't have time.
Okay.
I'm preoccupied most of the hours of the day.
Okay, so Danny, how do you keep your stuff clean?
Yeah, when my mom comes to visit, I just hand her a Swiffer and I say, get to work. I wish that was a lie, but it's true. I'll film it next time. But yeah, besides that, just looking at it, they're dusty and black shelves and just kind of blow away the dust, but yeah.
I don't know if maybe it's because I'm in an old house, although so is Patriot. I get like a full-on layer of dust that is just blank. I can like lift it up like a blanket. Like, I feel like I'm the only one who has that problem. I'm cold. Well, let me grab a pile of dust for you. Okay, so we got a question here from Nick Kirk. He asks, "What is your like weekly haul like? Like, what do you typically get, and how much like in the store versus what's on the way in the mail?" So we'll start with Danny. So, what does your weekly purchases look like?
Terrible, like tons. Like I got like 8 packages coming every day. It's dry and you save a lot of money, and then but yeah, always packages like 3-4 times a week ish, I'd say, just odds and ends, and I'm always buying and pre-ordering, and it's always just kind of flowing in, so it's pretty crazy.
Okay, so Soundwave, what is your typical weekly haul?
I played the 5th. My wife might be watching.
Okay, it's a mystery.
If I got this week, and that's about all I'm going to be able to get.
Nice.
Whoa, nice.
Oh, yours came in. Oh, mine's going to be here on Monday. I'm so sad. I wanted it for
Mine's
today.
this morning, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's.
If I see it on the shelf, I'll pick it up. Otherwise, I'm not going out of my way.
I like X-Men, and that's just why I went out for it. I
like
skipped
the
the Top Gun.
and I like the design of that. So if I see it, I'll pick it up. But I'm not going to go checking after it either.
Are you gonna open it though, Soundwave, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open
Cool.
mine.
Oh wow, cool.
That's
cool.
I thought he was going to open it now. I was like, oh.
I did.
No.
He's got to save that for the review.
Okay, so Patriot, how do you keep your collection clean?
Well, usually I got this dust can right here. I use that. I have these black shells.
I'm sorry, I gotta go be Sonic for a second.
Oh, and you asked me this question already.
Oh, I did? Okay. Because I think I remember the dust can. I was like, oh, okay, Brian, you cat. Okay, great. We're moving. Okay, what was the your weekly haul? Patriot weekly haul. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Mine has arrived.
What?
My daughter has arrived.
Oh. My hauls vary. I do a lot of pre-orders through Amazon because I have one store in my area that usually doesn't have anything. Every now and then, I'll walk into a surprise. I mean, one day I found 2 Netflix Soundwaves at my Walmart. Got one for Bert, one for me. They come in one time, there's the entire Kingdom Wave. So I got all those, minus the leaders. My Walmart never gets leader class. They haven't got a leader class figure since Power of the Primes. So everything like that I get from Amazon. So it just depends. I could get anywhere from 2 to 5 things a week. I think this week the only thing I got was the I think it was Monday they came in, the Shattered Glass Prime and Ratchet. And then today Hasbro Pulse finally announced they got Grimlock. So I was able to get my Studio Series Grimlock.
Sweet.
Because aren't you waiting for the Astropolis set to come in?
Oh yeah, I'm waiting on that. It's supposed to be released Monday.
Okay.
That's the 6-pack.
Right.
So I can have my 4th Ironworks figure.
Brian, what's your typical haul like?
I like the look of that. Let me buy it. That's pretty much mostly it. If I can find it in store, then I'll definitely pick it up because I prefer finding stuff in store.
Oh, I did get Sandstorm this week.
Which Sandstorm?
Yeah, this one.
G2, that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I just got him. I just got him this week too. He's sick.
I got one complaint with him, and I'll save it for the review.
Okay, cool.
Make you watch.
You lose him. You lose sight of him in a desert. I think that's the complaint.
No, trust me, I know that.
I bet Anakin hates this guy.
He gets everywhere, of course.
Okay, Bert, what is your typical haul each week?
This is my haul this week.
That's Orion Pax, right?
Orion Pax.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's one of those things. Distribution has been so up in the air and garbage at regular retailers lately. The distribution doesn't make sense. Patriot Prime and I were talking about this just today. Patriot Prime hasn't found a Studio Series Grimlock yet. And like not 10 minutes after we had that conversation, I saw somebody post on Facebook a picture of their Target with 10 Studio Series Grimlocks sitting on the shelf collecting dust.
They're on the bottom and on top.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just distribution just doesn't make sense. The same thing happened with Thrust. The same thing happened with Runabout. Or Runabout, whichever the black one was, the Target exclusive one.
Runabout.
So it's like where some people never saw them in shelves. Other people, they're posting pictures online. They're like just collecting dust. And there's.
And again, that may be a Target thing. See, I don't have the benefit. I don't have a Target.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. Base. I've read somewhere that like Walmarts will base what they get in their stores from the population. So I got a bunch of single mothers and meth heads in the mountains. My Walmart doesn't get a lot of figures.
Yeah. Well, I have 3 Walmarts in my area, and I have to drive. Vinny, he's in the chat. I have to drive 2 towns over to his Walmart. And that's where I picked up my Studio Series figures at. Because the 3 Walmarts in my area just don't put them up. So
I think mine get one wave in and that's it. Because I saw that entire Kingdom wave came in. Yeah, I think they've restocked because they got the deluxes back. The Voyagers have not showed up again.
Yeah.
Netflix ones never restocked. The ones I found I've never seen those again.
I've never found the Netflix stuff.
I found it once, and they never.
I never saw the Netflix Soundwave. Never saw it.
Netflix Voyagers, I've seen them one time.
Same.
I haven't seen them again.
Same.
If it wasn't for my friend Dakota, aka 01 Transplant, I would never have the Netflix Soundwave and Bumblebee because he sent that.
I have I saw the Netflix Prime once, and he wouldn't ring up. They wouldn't sell him. He wouldn't ring up, and then I never saw it again. Soundwave I have because of Patriot Prime.
Who?
Frank Lazy Jedi, who's on the chat here tonight.
Hey, buddy.
Netflix Bumblebee and
Yeah,
Netflix
come on.
Lyra, because I got them for him. Because in his area they never appeared, so I picked them up and I sent them to him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just the distribution just doesn't make any sense. So to pretty much echo what everybody else has been saying, if it's on the shelf, I pick it up. Otherwise, there's nothing to pick up.
And we're lucky because we have such a tight-knit group of YouTubers that we've all become such good friends. I mean, as soon as I'm in the store, I'm like, hey, Bert, you need this. Or he shoots me, hey, you need this guy. I mean, so at least we got each other's back a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't have the thrust if it wasn't for Crimson Raptor, because they don't have a Target in Canada.
So Danny, you're saying you wouldn't have a thrust if not for that meddling kid?
Yeah, that darn bad Raptor who quit our show.
Okay, so starting with Danny, Redstone Convoy asks, what is the worst Transformer you currently own or have ever owned? So I don't know if we're going to define worst as least favorite or most hated, but or maybe it's just junk. So I guess this is a wide open question for you.
I don't know. Probably I've never been I grew up with them, but just the mini bots, the whatever, like the little mini cars. I just never I never had much nostalgia for them. So, but I grew up with them. They're around a lot in the early '90s. But so those are just my least favorite. I don't know why.
Rico says hi, Dylan.
So
real quick, since he's in here, Dylan, do you touch my Transformers on the wall?
No.
Right. Have you ever?
Well, since we have you, Patriot, what is your worst, least favorite, most hated Transformer you currently or used to own?
Well, one of the most hated I used to own was the Studio Series. What was his name? Crowbar or Crankcase? He was the Predator-looking thing. That thing was a piece of junk. Did everybody freeze?
No, it's just you.
It's just me. So that thing was just garbage. Studio Series is always iffy for me. Now the 86 line, they've done that right. The movie figures, way too panely. Panely, is that a word?
Panely?
The cup is weird. That thing's gonna fall apart, maybe.
But yeah, I have the Studio Series Bumblebee figures. I do like those.
I know, but I mean the panels when you transform them, they seem so flimsy,
Now, of course, I'm going to the one I can't stand in my collection out of all my Generation 1s, aside from Micromasters, the only bot that's in his alt mode is Wheelie, because I hate the look of that robot mode.
Yeah, it's terrible.
He's right there in front of Ultra Magnus in vehicle mode beside Springer.
He's so bad.
It is. That is bad, yeah.
Okay, Soundwave, which Transformer you hate that you either own or used to own, or maybe it didn't transform well? What is it for you?
I got a Cyberburst Grimlock in this bag. So
I don't think he's supposed to look like it.
I think he's supposed to be a single piece.
See that guy right there? That's the guy that gave you that jet.
Also a Patriot Prime Starscream.
You want to go run downstairs and show me you still got it?
The Voyager one?
Yeah. He's just like a waffle from the back.
Yeah. Awful waffle.
Of course, with syrup on him.
Yeah, maple syrup.
I should do that and feed him to my dog. Just chew him up.
Okay, Bert, what's you're playing with Cup? Are you combining him with other Transformers or
his own limbs?
Oh, you have your audio off, Bert. We can't hear you.
Yeah, see the symbol beside your name? Fix that.
Oh yeah, I was because I answered the phone.
I wondered why it was so quiet.
That's why I asked if I was Rose. Like all of a sudden.
So what is your worst or least favorite Transformer that you currently own or have owned?
It wasn't part of my collection. I bought it for the girls because they were at this age when that movie came out, and we were all collectively extremely pissed off. Revenge of the Fallen RC. We went and saw that movie. The girls were at that age. They were young. They saw the motorcycle girls on screen and they liked them. So I went and picked up my oldest daughter. I picked her up in RC. That figure was absolute garbage. We were so the look of disappointment in her face just pissed me off beyond belief. It was such a garbage figure.
Okay. So we lost Brian, so I'm going to move on to the next question.
Is he gone?
I think he had to run to the bathroom or something, but we'll get to him when he gets back. So the next question is, we'll start with Bert. How does pricing impact your decision to buy items?
100%. If it's too expensive, I don't pick it up.
What is your cutoff like for, let's say, deluxe? If it stays at $23, you're okay. But once it gets to 25, you're like, nope, no more deluxes.
Yeah, see, and that's what made me stop buying Star Wars figures. Because at one point, a 3 3/4 inch Star Wars figure was more expensive than a deluxe class Transformer, and that was about the time I quit buying Star Wars toys. I still don't think $20 is fair for a deluxe figure. I'm kind of doing it, but I don't think it's. I think it's way too much money. You know, when they raised the price on the figures, they raised it by $10 for every line, and so for the leaders to go from 40 to 50, yeah, okay, that's a $10 bump. For the Voyagers to go 20 to 30, $10 bump, not a big deal. But then on the Voyagers, they went from 10 to 20. They doubled in price, and I don't think that's justified. And then you get figures like Bumblebee and Cliffjumper, which are $20 for a basic size figure. It's unjustified, and I'm not happy at all that I have to pay those prices. Now, I say that, and then I go and buy this figure, which is a basic size figure. It's the same size as Bumblebee, and I pay $23 for it. So, you know.
But that's not bad for one of those, because those usually run about 50.
Yeah, so it's a third-party figure, and I understand with third parties the costs are higher.
Here's something that's miffed me. I just got this guy for Dylan the other day. This is a foot-tall Predator figure. It's got a removable mask. It's got, where is it? It's got electronics. Okay, yeah. Mask pops off. You press the head. It growls at you. It's detailed. It's heavily articulated. A heavy figure. No gaps. This is the same price as this.
Yep.
And this thing, you can probably throw this guy down the stairs, it wouldn't hurt him.
And Disney will sell you an Avengers figure with 3 points of articulation and 0 details for twice as much.
Yeah, I couldn't get over this. When Dylan opened this out of the package, I was like, I mean, it's got the articulation a NECA would have. Mm-hmm. Ankles, knees, rotate. I mean, it's everywhere. So, and it just blows my mind that this was $20.
Yeah, because it's a small company.
Yeah.
They're not Hasbro.
Okay, so Patriot, what is your cutoff? Like, what makes you go, you know what, that's just too much for me, for whatever scale it is?
Yeah. All the ones. Okay, I'm done with it. You can take it back. I just want to prove a point. No, just go on.
Yeah. Dylan, go play with those pretenders.
Oh, he's waiting on me to die. He's told me that.
God.
Well, my cutoff really hit me with the Siege line when the leaders were coming out as $50 leaders for a Voyager size figure, sometimes a deluxe size figure, because I display all mine in bot mode. And I'm like, I don't want to pay all that extra money for stuff I'm going to put in my storage bin. That's like Shockwave, for example. Bert just did a review on that. I refuse to pay $50 for that Shockwave. Yes, his vehicle mode I thought was great. They did a great update for that vehicle, but I don't display in vehicle mode. And I'm paying all this extra $20 for stuff I'm going to have in storage. But then this coming from a G1 guy who will put his G1 Scorponok together and all the city parts are in storage. But that I digress. But anymore, it's like I try to reel in, yet I don't. For like the Shattered Glass Optimus Prime and Ratchet, $50 for 2 figures that I already have in different color schemes. But still, it's like, okay, they're pretty cool looking. So I bought them. But the Pit of Judgment, I had that pre-ordered, $80. And I'm thinking, I'm really paying $80 for the Bailiff, because that's the only one I don't have. I have all the others in different colors. Granted, I don't have the little statues of the prosecutor and Kranix. I'm like, I can't justify the $80 on that. And so it just a bit like the leader class or the legend, the big ones. What are they called? Commander class. I held off on these for a while until I watched plenty of reviews, and then you actually get one on hand. You're like, okay, the bang for the buck is with these.
Yeah.
Rock, the bang for the buck was with him. These smaller ones that you're paying $25 for, great. Well, he was 19, but I don't know. These just guys keep. I think they're getting lesser and lesser in quality, and I would know. I get hit with the QC stuff a lot anymore. But then you get $30 Cyclonus here, who's freaking perfect, and I've got no issue paying $30 for this guy.
Yeah.
But, so it just depends. I mean, I'm not a third party guy because I'm definitely not running out and paying $100 for a figure like this, because you'll see everybody rush out to get the newest third party figure, and then on Facebook 3 days later, oh, he broke, the waist snapped, the wrist snapped off. So I'm not into that. I like my Hasbro stuff. You know, I got family and everything else to pay for too. It's hard to maintain all of this. So,
and third party stuff has also gone up considerably and exponentially. You know, 10 years ago, third party stuff was reasonable. You know, if they put out a leader size figure for $80-$90, that was understandable. It's a small company with small resources. They have to pay for that labor and the product and whatnot. I have no problem with that. But nowadays, they're averaging $175 to $200 for a leader class figure. You know, all these, that new Armada Prime that just came out that's a third party figure. That thing is beautiful. I'd love to get that. I'm not paying $200 for it.
Okay, so Soundwave, what is your cutoff? Like, where does it go? Hey, you know what? You look okay, but you're not worth that price.
Where it is now, I guess. If it's G1, I'll buy it, and you know, the Kingdom stuff, $20. I can see that for deluxe because you're getting something about the same style. Well, it's probably a little bit smaller than Marvel Legends, but it does more, and they're $20. So I can justify that. And the Voyagers being 30. Now, I miss them being 20, but it's just when you get to the leader class, like Patriot said, when you get a leader class figure and it's not a leader class figure, it's like Shockwave. It's just, you might get a little bit more in the joints. I think he had a little more like a ratchet system or something to where he would lock his joints a bit more. But for that, no. Masterpiece Transformers have definitely got out of range for me. I will not buy anymore. I've gotten out of that third party pretty much because I cannot afford, a Bumblebee Masterpiece figure for 100. What was it? About 120? What was he?
Oh, that new Prime. Yeah, he was about 120.
I just couldn't do that, so I'm like, I'm out of that. So if they jump the deluxe figures up any more than say $25, I'm definitely out on those because you get 4 in a wave. There's no way I'm dropping $100 on just 4 little figures, and you still got to get the two Voyagers, 2 leaders.
I didn't even think about that last Masterpiece Prime that came out. That thing was about $400 or $500.
Yeah, even the new Starscream and Thundercracker, they're $230 or something. That's just
happening.
Wow.
That's where I've got no issue saying I'll get a KO for half the price. I mean, he's on the shelf there. I don't take him out. I don't mess with him. I'm not going to try to resell him. He's to look good on my shelf because I want a representation of that figure, but I'm not dropping $300 on it.
Yeah, I just picked up MP Ironhide and MP Trax, both KOs. One was 30, one was 40. I got no problem with that.
Okay, so Danny, where's your cutoff at?
It just depends what it is, because I'm so used to retail being so expensive, because it's like $69 in Canada for a liter. So it's like, if it's under $100 still, I'm like, yay. But it's the same thing that Patriot Prime said, is like the Shockwave paying that much when the figure is a little smaller. Like Soundwave said, like, yeah, it was built better, but I don't know, just to shrink them down, that was depressing, even for me. And then, like you said, the Masterpiece stuff is just getting so expensive, and like the quality on that seems to be going down. But then again, I wouldn't mind spending $300 on like a G1 toy. So there's that.
Okay.
See, we spent $30 on a gun.
How much was the Encore Fort Max? $350?
$350.
Yeah, that's what I paid for it.
Yeah,
that's what I paid for it.
But I'm happy. Like
that'd be worth it to me.
Yeah, you get those old G1 toys, and they just have so much life, and you're just like, I just love them. So they just seems like a real toy.
Okay, so we are 90 minutes in, and this is where the point where we go. Is everybody still good to keep going, or do we need to take a break? What's everybody thinking?
Soon. I've been up here for an hour and a half, and Bert said, "Screw it, he's out." There he is.
Okay, so I don't know if you were being serious. So,
Which person, Anthony? Who
it
was it?
was like a Patriot. He was. I don't know if he was being serious or not.
I think he was being serious.
Yeah, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
About what?
He's got to go.
He says it's been 90 minutes, and I said, yeah, that's what I told Lisa and Dylan. I said, we'll be up here for about an hour and a half.
Okay. So,
I'm good for a little bit longer.
okay. Because I don't know what happened to Brian. So,
It must have been not a pee.
Bert, are you still good?
Yeah.
Danny?
As long as my internet holds out, which obviously it's not doing great.
Yeah, I'm
It has to
fine.
be good. If he's not good, you're all out.
No, actually, we tested this. If he drops, it's just we have no controls over the chat.
Yeah, you can't add people in, but the server stays or whatever it is.
Yeah. So, Soundwave, you still good for a little bit more?
I'm fine.
Okay, so we're going to start with you, Soundwave. Do you modify any of your collection? Do you paint them? Do you 3D print new parts for them? Do you add stickers? Do you light them on fire or maybe send them up in rockets?
I blow them up with firecrackers, chop them up with axes, and then I'll buy stuff, upgrades. I review that a lot on my channel. I don't have a 3D printer. Otherwise, I'd do more. I think people sell just the... Can't think of the right word at the moment, but they sell the schematics that you can print out.
Mm-hmm.
And you can buy that and use that to print it. I don't have the capabilities of that. If I did, I'd do that. I've done toy hacks before. Thing is, I don't review it because I don't use every sticker. So I feel it'd be a waste for someone to watch my review and I don't do it all.
Mm-hmm.
I'll buy them just to enhance certain parts of the figure, like the Studio Series Jazz. I just want to make the number a number.
Are we
I
back?
guess Bert said, shut up.
Yeah, he went away. I just want
I
to
don't
make the
know if
number.
my network's going to
on.
hold out much longer, guys. This thing is just getting way too often.
Yeah, it's like every 2 minutes now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Bert, real quick, do you modify anything? Stickers, 3D printing, paint, explosions?
Just toy hacks this guy up.
Looks
So,
good.
yeah. Oh, man. Jazz kit is so good. Yeah, every time I see a Patriot Prime toy hacks video, then I have to toy hacks my figure too because it just looks so good. And I've got sheets here that I haven't even done yet. So I've got a backlog of figures that I got to sticker up. And I'll modify them too. I don't know if it'll show or not, but like I painted the rims on this guy, or rather the wheel hubs, so that they're not black. I did the same thing with smoke screen. I painted the wheel hubs so that it wouldn't have the black wheel hubs there. So
that does
therefore,
look better.
I know when every figure had black rims, I had to paint every one of those figures' rims to silver because I hate black wheels, especially on Optimus Primes. So it just depends. If the mood hits me, I'll paint them up, and sometimes I'll take a figure apart and completely paint it and make a brand new one, like I did with that City of Steel alligator.
I was just going to say that. I was like, show that. That is awesome.
Right, so
I
bring
wish.
that up.
Now he's about to show you something that I think Hasbro should release as a Generation Selects.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, for those that may not know, there was an episode in season 2 of G1 called City of Steel. And in that episode, the Decepticons actually captured Optimus Prime, and Megatron kept his head as a trophy, and the rest of the body they cut up, and they turned it into a robotic alligator. So I found this. I don't remember who made it, but this little Optimus Prime dude. He's a little triple changing headmaster. So he's the size of a G1 headmaster, Optimus Prime. He transforms into a truck, and he transforms into an Optimus Prime head that is compatible with G1 headmasters.
That was a cool company. They did a Soundwave, the same thing.
They did a
I got
Soundwave too. I
Soundwave somewhere.
can pick one of those up.
I wanted to get that Soundwave.
So I bought the Prime, and then I got a G1 Skull Cruncher. Took him completely apart and repainted him in Optimus Prime colors. And basically, I started with the robot mode. I just decided on the paint scheme that I wanted the robot mode to have, to look Optimus Prime, red chest, blue hands, blue legs, that kind of a thing, the white thighs and whatnot. And then just kind of look to see where everything was going to fall on the gator, and then just went from there. and really happy with how this turned out. And he does transform into an Optimus Prime figure. I even painted the bars on his chest, so when you plug the headmaster in, the bars on the tech specs on his chest are light blue, like his windows would be in truck mode.
Neat.
Okay,
So
so
sometimes, it just depends on if the mood and the inspiration hits me.
Yeah, Super 7 has a listing for one of those. Like
Really?
Wave 2 or 3. Yeah, just a rumor, like a listing or something. So.
yeah. Okay, so Danny, modifications.
No, I keep my guys pure. You know, I like to keep them the way they originally were, and but I don't. I like the add-on guns and weapons. Like Soundwave had those like stuff for Sunstreak or whatever, and those look sick. Like I like the weapon ones. I just don't like anything like the stickers or paint them or anything. You know, I mean they don't look as good, but I just keep them the way they are.
You're killing me, Brian. I haven't eaten today.
Hot dogs.
Hey, Brian, what is your most favorite item currently on display?
Probably the Masterpiece Shockwave, because that's my favorite character. So, you know, and that's what I generally use for videos. So
that's the one you do the voice for, then.
yes, it is.
Okay. So then, what is your least favorite item currently on display?
I don't know. Earthrise RC.
Probably one of those Bionicles.
No, he said Earthrise RC.
How
I
dare you.
understand.
Earthrise Bionicles.
Earthrise RC, probably Studio Series Barricade. I don't like that thing either.
Okay.
I don't know. It's kind of weird for me because, like, the older bad figures I kind of like just because of how bad they are. It's kind of interesting in a way. So, yeah. There isn't a single Bionicle that I dislike.
I think I was talking to you, Patriot.
Is that Bionicle from Motonumi?
How
I
dare
watched
you.
one episode on Netflix with Dylan once.
I play the Lego video games. Okay, Soundwave. Favorite and least favorite on display.
Favorite?
Cyclonus.
Oh,
No.
Kingdom Scorponok's my favorite on display.
Yes. That's
Least favorite would be this wheelie that came with Grimlock.
Yeah, for sure.
He's just taking he's got like a permanent Pat Lee pose. from
Yeah,
Dreamwave.
he's also my least favorite right now. It's just so hard to get him to stay on Grimlock's back.
Yeah, I figure I'm gonna break him probably eventually.
He's got a peg.
Yeah, it's between his
But then
legs.
you can't transform
peg.
anymore.
You can peg wheelie.
Oh, that's bad.
That's another channel, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can say shit here, so I think it's fine.
Come on.
Patriot. Favorite and least favorite on display.
Well, my favorite is probably my Fans Hobby Double Evil. My only third-party massive figure that I just had to have when I came back from TFCon. And least favorite, I don't want to say Wheelie again.
Well, you could take Brian's Earthrise RC.
Well, she's really
I
not.
like Earthrise RC.
You know,
And
that
the Lita
little
one.
Micromaster Sports Car Patrol guy, he can go right to hell because I look over here, he's the only one falling down on my shelf.
Is that the one you tossed when I was interviewing you? You just tossed it over your shoulder?
Yeah.
No, here is my problem. I like Earthrise RC and I like the Paratron Medic Lifeline. I like the look of Alita 1, but she is such a pain to transform because of those spikes. And that makes me
I found her
dislike
easier
her.
to transform than
I
ours.
thought Alita. I actually like
Both
Alita
crap.
the best out of those three. Like
I actually think that RC ruined the mold for me, so I don't care.
If they would have painted RC, worlds of difference. Because Lifeline looks spectacular. Alita 1 looks spectacular.
Yeah.
RC looks like a damn alien. She's getting ready to take you up into the ship and get you.
Obviously, Black Arachnia.
Yeah, I got RC. I liked her okay, and then surprisingly, I liked the Paradron Medic one even better. She just transformed better, and she was easier to get in the car mode. For some reason, I had a really hard time with RC
to get all 4 wheels on the surface without the chest piece rubbing and getting her to roll right.
It's the same way. I can get Lifeline and lead a 1.
But Lifeline, but for some reason, my Lifeline transforms great, and I can get her into car mode, no problem, and she rolls just fine. And then Alita, I picked her up, and I liked her even better than the other 2. So I continue to like that mold better and better each release that I got of it.
Okay, so Bert, while I have you, your favorite and least favorite?
My favorite is the one on my shelf in the room. Pick one.
Ha! So your least favorite is the one you don't have?
Yes. Revenge of the Fallen RC.
Ha! Okay. Danny, same question.
Yeah, my favorites are these like Turbo Masters, those original guys.
Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah, the 1.5 UK guys. Love them. And then yeah, I'd hate to copy Soundwave, but I think this is the worst thing that's in my house right now. Because it just has no.
Man, I'm looking forward to getting mine now.
My cat threw up and Wheelie. Which is the worst? It's Wheelie. Okay.
I think maybe it's the worst accessory thing I've ever seen though. If the legs bent, it'd be a little better.
Yeah, it looks like Wheelie. It just it just needs to do more.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's the like Machine Wars or something, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, who has Titans
Machine
Return
Wars
to
Sandstorm, I think.
Yeah. Rotor Storm.
I got the Machine Wars Optimus Prime also somewhere.
Patriot. The thing I was talking about was the jump starters. The Titans Return version of the jump starters. They're going for like over $100 right now in secondary markets.
Really?
But those are the headmasters I missed out on.
Which ones? The
jump start.
Flop Spin and Twin Twist.
Yes,
okay.
those.
Want me to pull mine off the shelf and show you so you feel bad? Oh, he's
Oh,
already.
I love them.
I got an extra one.
Oh, those guys.
Oh, the
pullback guys from.
What about
I was
Miss?
going to say, because the G1 figures are like $5.
Yeah.
everywhere.
By the way,
Yes, Misfire is also on my list. So is Headmaster Perceptor and Headmaster Windblade. I missed out on those 5.
They better do an
Okay.
86 Perceptor though. They better.
yeah. Say what you want about the Studio Series, but it provided us 2 leader class wheelies.
Okay, so Nick Girk asked this question. What is your guys' white whale or most sought after figure? I feel like this is from the script that Patriot uses for his sit reps. But we'll start with Patriot since this is his question. From Nick Girk asked it, but anyway, I just said the ones that I was looking for before I decided I wanted off road. But what are you really wanting right now, Patriot?
A Generation 1 Overlord.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, of course.
That's been my white whale for years.
Okay, so Danny, white whale.
Probably that Minerva from Master Force, but I'm not spending $3,000 on it. But
Okay, so Soundwave.
Oh, I don't really have one. I'm content.
Brian.
Hi.
You're Brian.
Yeah. What's up?
What is your white whale?
Hot dogs.
Probably first edition Optimus Prime.
What?
I don't have that figure.
Okay.
What?
I want that figure so badly. I love Transformers Prime, so I want it.
Which one?
First edition Optimus Prime.
Really? Because that one was most available in Canada. I'm surprised.
I never found it. I even went to Toys R Us. We had one at the mall that was a small one. Never found it.
No kidding. I got 2 of them because I got the first one I got.
Well, look at Bert bragging that he's got 2 first edition Optimus Prime.
Well, because I got one from somebody in Canada bought one, and I bought it from somebody in Canada. And then Toys R Us eventually re-released them. It was like a different color on the shoulder or whatnot, but that was about it.
By the way, I have to thank Danny for this. I keep bringing it up on the camera, and I keep forgetting to say that.
hey, I hope it cheers you up.
I like the
That
colors.
mold is so much better than the regular Earthrise mold, or that paint scheme.
Is yours pretty good though for QC issues, Brian? Is it okay?
It was weird. Originally, it was kind of off, but now it seems to be fine.
Nice.
The cannon doesn't want to stay in that.
Yeah, I know. I had to put it the opposite way because it just spins
Get that
around.
orange thing off of
Exactly.
eBay. Get the orange thing off eBay to put a cannon on the shoulder.
Oh, you
No, I don't like it. I don't
Look at Patriot Prime's pajama pants.
You're talking about the little squeezy thing that's supposed to sport water, right?
Yeah, that looks.
Somebody on eBay is selling that little orange piece on his shoulder,
Why can the Siege version
right
do
on,
that, but
and
not
use it for
the
tempo,
Earth Rider?
and then you can clip his cannon onto his shoulder.
Nah.
G2.
Danny, why did it seem like you had that at the ready? You just whipped it out.
Look at the mess right now, dude.
It just seemed like you were prepared for someone to mention G2 Megatron.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I wonder who.
Ah! My worst fear, children.
Say
hi.
Say good night.
Good night.
Go in
I
bed.
wish Dylan was still here. They could have a conversation.
Yeah, what do you got there? What's this?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, it's Masterpiece Soundwave.
Okay.
Okay, Bert.
What happened? Dad, do you see how sunburned I am?
Yep.
Dad,
Love you. Huh?
do you see how sunburned I am?
Yes.
It's on only half my body. That's it.
Hi,
All
YouTube.
zebra straight all the way down. Red. The rest of me, fine.
You get drunk?
What do you mean? No.
Okay.
Why would I have drunk?
My daughter
Well,
just turned
happy
21.
battle, everybody.
These are the days of Bert's lives.
Yeah. Come here. Come here.
Why?
Come here.
He's gonna embarrass you,
Look at how
Rod.
red- Look at how red her face and her cheeks are.
I'm sunburned.
You're drunk.
Wait, is she Bert?
Huh? I worked all day.
Well, she got
You
outed
just
on
turned
TV.
18.
Bert, what's your white whale?
I would love to get that hot beverage thermal mug and free balloon for the kids from Ghostbusters 2. Oh, wait, I already got one.
I thought you were actually drinking out of that.
Yeah, I was like,
They
what?
just left my door open. For the, I'm going to say G1 Star Convoy. For the longest time, it was a G1 Fort Max. That was the figure that forever. Hi, love you. What? You found a wrench. Awesome. Can you close this door, please? Thank you. Love you.
Let us know what else you find.
That's, oh my God. For the longest time, G1 Fort Max, for years, I thought that was just a figure that I was never going to own because they were going for thousands of dollars. You know, and we talked about earlier, what is your limit, right? That was one that I, as much as I wanted, I will never pay thousands of dollars for this figure. And then Encore came along for $350 and then I dove right in. So I got that. That was a white whale for a long time. I would say maybe a G1 Star Convoy or the one Jason said too. Overlord. Yeah, those two probably.
So we're getting close to 2 hours. I'm gonna final question here from Jay Lee says, speaking of, if they do a G1 Retro Target Masters like they do with Headmasters, would you be into them even if they do Cyclonus Scourge, Coupler, and Hot Rod? So starting with you, Bert, would you be interested in Retro Target Masters?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm all in on the Headmasters. I skipped out on these guys when they first came out for Titans Return, and I'm kind of glad that I did because I really like these G1 retro style ones, and I would have been pissed if I had to buy them twice because I had to have these. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad I skipped on them the first time. I'm all in on these. I've been picking every single one of these up. And if they do Target Masters, yep, I'm all in for that. And I would love to see, we talked about this before Jason and I did, I would love to see new Pretenders. And they can do them. They can be done. Those clones are proof of concept that they can do modern Pretenders.
I want to see Action Masters. Honestly.
They have those at Target right now.
Well,
no, like the proper.
There you go. There's an Action Master right there. Someone's got one.
Yeah, I saw those in Target, yeah.
I've only
I meant
seen
is
the
with all
Bumblebee is the only one I've seen. I haven't seen any other figures.
So Brian, would you be into the G1 Retro Target Masters?
I guess it depends if I haven't gotten it already. I'm not overly picky about paint and whatnot and accurate stuff. I mean, I got the Siege Megatron, the original one that was the dull gray. And I know there's the Netflix pack that's out, but I don't know. I got the regular one. I don't really need it. I like to move on to something else, something that I don't have. Unless I kind of feel nostalgic about the mold, and I just be like, yeah, I might get another one. But yeah.
Okay, so Soundwave, G1 Retro Target Masters, yay or nay?
Yay. Especially if they end up trying to redo, like they have to redo Crosshairs, then Sure Shot, Point Blank. They need to add the new ones in. They never made those in an updated form. They need to do those and just throw it in a retro box. Gives me more reason to buy it. I'll buy the Blur and all them, maybe. I don't know.
I'd be torn on it with just getting them again now. I'm like, do I really want to just buy the same ones over again with a different gimmick? But Patriot.
And try not to make them the same mold over and over and over again. Man, I love Blowpipe.
Patriot, G1 Retro Target Masters.
See, I agree with Soundwave. I'd love to get them, but since I already have the first wave, I want Needle Nose, I want Landfill, I want
Quick Mix.
Quick Mix. Thank you. Those are the ones we still need. I can't believe they never put those out.
Yeah, Needle Nose. It wasn't 2 or 3 fan votes, I think, and then they just never won, right?
And where's my G1 Thunderwing that was a fan vote?
Yeah,
I actually did.
We need an update of that.
Yeah,
I did a video talking about.
I mean, he's like a perfect character. He was like so huge in Marvel Comics, and they've just kind of ignored him for years.
I did a video that Needle Nose should be made. I think it was hashtag We Want Needle Nose. I'm trying to get Hasbro's attention, but I did it on a weekend, which is stupid because most of those people are probably off.
Okay, so Danny, G1 Retro Target Masters, because you've already shown us that you got the G1 Headmasters.
Yeah, I just the thing is, like, I wish they were the G1 ones, but I know they can't do that probably because so much plastic. But I mean, yeah, like you said, like Needle Nose, if they have them in this old school packaging, but it's the guys that were missing and stuff, that'd be cool. Because I mostly have all the Titans Returns, and I only have a few of the like Dakar Legends ones stuff. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
yeah, I'm down for it.
I think Bert's getting his 2-minute warning.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. It's my 2-hour warning, too.
Okay, so starting with Patriot, go ahead and tell people how they can find you, and then we'll work our way through the crowd and end at Bert.
Well, you can find me right here. I'm self-promoting myself. Prime Reviews here on YouTube. I go over pretty much everything. Generation 1 figures, modern figures, and Toy Hacks upgrades. So usually try to put out 1 to 3 videos a week, and I do live streams like this and interview shows.
Okay.
And hoo-ah.
Soundwave, tell people how they can find you.
YouTube, Soundwave884, Instagram, Soundwave_884, I'm out of breath. Twitter, Facebook, Soundwave884. I review Transformers. I don't do anything special. I'm not up in high tech. I can't do live streams and interviews. I'm too low tech. My house too noisy too.
Okay, Brian, how can people? Brian, how can people find you on the interwebs?
Hi.
By
YouTube.
Okay.
T-Fan Page 101. It's almost my 10th anniversary on the channel, so that's yay. I think it's March 11th, if I'm not mistaken. And if you love my riveting Bionicle content, Toad is also my other channel. So yeah, hopefully stuff comes out soon. Hopefully I'm able to finish this Cornison Judge custom thing. That's my cardboard.
That's cool.
It is cool.
Trying something different. Bye.
Danny, how can people find you on the webs?
This the safest places to find me. YouTube, Danny Dolphin, spelled D-A-N-I Dolphin, and then Instagram, OMG Danny Dolphin. Yeah, that's mostly where I put my toy and Transformers and collectible content. So yay!
Okay. Again, I'm Anthony Haslage, H&E Games. You can find me on YouTube. Also, HaslageNet Enterprises, combination of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Some of them are H&E Games. Yeah, so, I mean, searching for one or the other will work for everything. Just a reminder, before I pass this to Bert to wrap up, we are all part of Transformers Reviewers. If you're on YouTube, check out TF Space Reviewers. Search for it. We just hit 100 subscribers. Transformers Reviewers also has a website. It has Instagram. It has a Twitter. It has a Facebook. And what we are is a collective of over 40 reviewers and a couple of affiliated sites where we cover Transformers. So if you have an opportunity, go ahead and check out TF Reviewers. And Bert, tell people how they can find more about you and take us out.
Do it.
Hi, I'm Bert. I'm talking into a camera.
What is this, Patriot Prime?
Now he's on a horse.
Well, you're here, so you found me one. Bert the Stormtrooper on YouTube, Bert the Stormtrooper on Facebook, and I have other accounts that I don't quite pay much attention to. Bert the Stormtrooper on Twitter, Instagram, and I think I have a Twitch that I haven't put a video on in a couple of years. But there I am. Here I am, Uncle Mo, while you eat. That's about it. Go and check out all of these guys and gals. Subscribe. Get those thumbs up and likes. Subscribe. Hit the bell so you're notified when all of us upload new videos. Share with your friends if you like what you see. And we'll talk to you next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Awkward pause while we end the broadcast.
Bionicle.
That's why I just freeze frame.
It's asking me, how did the stream go? It's asking me. You don't want to know.